So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Bandai Tamashii Nation's SH Figuarts Naruto Shippuden 2.0 Sage Mode Naruto. So let's get into it right away and start off with the box. So we do get a basic style box when it comes to the SH Figuarts Naruto line. So we do get the window right down on the front of the box. On the left side we do get a cool image of the Naruto figure. On the right says SH Figuarts, and I believe in Japanese it says Sage Mode Naruto. On the bottom says Naruto Shippuden. We're blah 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 Tamashii Nations and Bandai. And then here is the bottom of the box, just says SH Figuarts Uzumaki Naruto Seinen Mode. And then here is the top of the box. And then the one side of it, which is pretty much the same thing as the bottom of the box. And then here's the other side of the box with a cool image of Naruto with his arms crossed there. And then the back of it does show a few poses you can get the figure into, along with some of the accessories. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure over to take a closer look at this version of Naruto that they should have made the first time they released the figure. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look, and Tamashii Nations once again did another great job with a Naruto figure, and this one is pretty much the same as the other one. His colors, well, the orange and the hair are a little more darker compared to the other Naruto, and the other main difference is accessories, of course. This is the one that comes with the Sage Mode coat and scroll, which we'll get into during the accessories. But the face sculpts on this Naruto look so much better compared to the previous one. I don't know if they updated the faces or if the paint's just heavier on it, but the face sculpts look way better compared to the first release Sage Mode Naruto. I like the way the red looks around the eyes look great. We get the whiskers on there, just beautiful clean paintwork all throughout the face, and very nice sculpt as well. The bandana here, we do get the plate on the front that has that really nice silver color to it, and then the symbol on the metal plate there is actually much better compared to what I got with my Barto, so that is definitely a big plus. And it has some nice sculpt work going on. The hair looks great too. I do like the darker yellow that they used. It stands out more, you know what I mean? There is some very subtle shading like on the front and the back here and there on it, but the sculpt of it just turned out great. In the back of the bandana, this is on a swivel. You could swivel it around, but it has some nice sculpt around the knot and the rest of the tie there. So dope job so far on the head sculpt. Now the torso, everything is pretty much the same as the other Naruto, so if you have that one, it's really nothing new at all. We get some nice sculpt work around the neck right there on the collar of his shirt, and I do like how the zipper is sculpted, and we do get some very clean paintwork for the silver on the zipper. Where the orange and black meet, the paint's pretty clean on it. The back, they did a good job with it. We do get the Uzumaki symbol with some nice sculpt work going on, some nice sculpted wrinkles all throughout the torso as well on his jacket, so that's definitely a big plus. Then the arms, we do get these like cap pieces that hide the joints there. Just be a little careful because mine, it was rubbing up on it and it's kind of damaging the arms, so just be careful with your figure. But we do get some nice sculpted wrinkles all throughout the sleeve. Then we do get, I believe that's the Uzumaki symbol, I'm not 100% sure, but we do get that, which Naruto always had on his left shoulder there, but nice paint sculpt on that and nice sculpted wrinkles. Then we do get the pouch on the back there. I believe it's the same as the other one, nice sculpt work on it. And there is no shading on this figure at all. The only shading is on the hair right there, but he really could have used a little bit of shading or line work, like line work on the wrappings going around his leg right there. But we do get some very nice sculpted wrinkles all throughout his pants, and I like the way the wrappings and the strap looks for this pouch right there. I think that looks really dope. They did a good job with it, but the line work on it would have made it look so much better like how it looks in the anime. Nice sculpted wrinkles on the lower legs. You get the seam of the pants sculpted on there, and the joints don't look that bad. More sculpted wrinkles all throughout the back of the pants. Then we do get his ninja boots or sandals, and they look alright. Something I didn't notice or pick up on with the first Sage Mode Naruto is the skin tone on the feet does not match the skin tone on the hands or face at all. For some reason it is much darker compared to the rest of his skin tone, and the first release Sage Mode Naruto had that issue as well. But the ninja boots or sandals look pretty good, nice sculpt all throughout, and the toes just look meh, you know what I mean? They're not great, they're not horrible, but they definitely are not great. And then the bottom of them, we do get a little bit of sculpt work, but overall, if you like the first release Sage Mode Naruto, you're going to be more than happy with this one. And I do like this one much better because I do like how the hair looks. It's more prominent. You could see the yellow there more, and I do like the darker the darker orange that they chose as well. It's not too much darker, it is a bit darker, but they did a very nice job with the repaint, and then the accessories is just the added bonus. I feel like this is definitely the best Naruto figure that we have as of right now, but anyway, let's continue on. Alright, so here's a quick side-by-side comparison of the first release Sage Mode Naruto and now the repaint or 2.0 version Sage Mode Naruto, and I do like the newer one a little bit more compared to the older one. The one thing I like more on the older one is the color orange that they chose for his suit. It is a bit more vibrant compared to the newer one. The newer one's a little more darker, but I do love how vibrant the color yellow of his hair is on the newer one compared to the older one. It just looks much better. The paint on the face looks so much better, and really that's only the main paint differences. I think even the black is a little bit lighter on this one compared to that one, so I do like the way the suit looks better on the older one, but the rest of the stuff is better on the newer one there, and plus you do get the added accessories of the coat and the ninja scroll as well, so it really doesn't matter which Naruto figure you get. If you want more accessories, I would recommend getting the newer one, but it's just such a subtle repaint. But there's a quick side-by-side comparison. Let's continue on. Moving on to the accessories, we get a whole bunch of awesome stuff with this Naruto, and we have a lot to go over, so strap yourselves in, because we're going to be on a little bit of a ride. So we do actually get a full Tamashii Nations stand. We have the clamp, the leg or arm, and then we do have the base. It does have the basic articulation, so very happy that we do get that. And then we also get the Rasen Shuriken, and this one, it looks great. It's more blue. I mean, it's a translucent blue, but this one has more of the clear translucent mixed with the blue in it, and this is from the first Sage Mode Naruto. As you can see, a little bit of a difference between the colors there, especially when I flip it. You can see it's more heavy with blue, unlike this one where it's like streaks of blue going towards the end, and then it's more clear. So it just depends which one you like better. I think they both look great, so we do get that. And then we also get 3 alternate faces, and we get the same exact faces we got with the previous Sage Mode Naruto. There's just one subtle difference, which I'll show you shortly. So we do get this face here that does come on the figure out of the packaging, which is my favorite, the more serious, basic looking face here. And personally for me, I really do dig the more vibrant colors on the faces and the hair with this Sage Mode Naruto. Some people might like the colors better on the previous Sage Mode Naruto, or they might like it better on this one here. But personally for me, I do like the more vibrant look to it. I think the paint turned out really nice clean paint all throughout it, and very nice sculpt as well. So we do get that face there. Then we do get the angry teeth gritted face, and I'm really glad he's looking off to the left instead of the right this time. I hated the previous Naruto when he was looking off to the right with this face, because it would look really weird when you would pose him with the Rasengan, since he could only hold it in the right hand. So really glad that they switched his eyes looking off to the left, but very clean paint all throughout it, and very nice sculpt as well. And then finally we get my least favorite face, which is the smiling happy face, and I feel like they should have just gave us like another like angry face, like a yelling screaming face, because I think most people are going to have him displayed with the coat and the scroll when he was fighting pain, you know what I mean? And he was never smiling fighting pain, but I feel like they gave you this one for when you're not posing Naruto with the coat and the scroll there. But they did a very nice job with the paint and sculpt all throughout this face as well, and the way you interchange them is fairly simple. Just peg it into the head like so, and then pull down to take it off. And you can use the other faces. You could swap them back and forth with both Sage Mode Naruto figures. So we do get those 3 alternate faces. Then we do get the Rasengan here, and it does look a little bit better in paint or color wise compared to the previous one here on the left. I do like the more vibrant blue to it. This one has a little more of a darker look. It's the same exact sculpt and everything, just the colors are slightly different, and it does have a peg hole on the bottom, so you can peg it into the one hand that has the peg on it, which I'll show you when we get to the hands. So we do get the Rasengan, and then we do get 2 kunais, and these are always some of my favorite accessories they include with these Naruto figures. Just beautiful paintwork on it. I love the way the wrappings look, the shading on them and the sculpt and everything. Just really great job on both the kunais. So we do get that stuff, and then we also get his coat, the ninja scroll with the strap. Then we do get a set of crossed arms. Then we do get some alternate upper arms, and then we do get the caps that hide the joints up around the shoulders. So there's a lot of stuff here. We do get the coat, which is a very soft, rubbery type plastic, and they did a beautiful job with it. The sculpted wrinkles, the black at the bottom for like the fiery type look. It just turned out really nice. The only thing I'm not too fond of is the huge peg that is sticking out there. Say you don't want them to have the scroll on, you're gonna have that peg sticking out. I feel like they should have put the peg on the ninja scroll, so if anything, you would just have a little hole in the figure and the coat. Maybe that's just me and people would have preferred the peg on the coat instead, or maybe they should have gave you the option where you could remove the peg, you know what I mean? So instead of just having it stick out like that. But I mean, I think most people are gonna have it displayed with the coat and scroll on. So the coat turned out really good, and the scroll turned out really good also. The strap, they should have threw some shading or a wash on it. It's just so plain and bland looking, you know. I mean, they did put a sculpted line on each side, so that looks pretty cool, and I'll show you how to put everything on shortly. They did a good job with the ninja scroll. It is hollow, so it's not too heavy, but I feel like some shading on the brown or a wash really would have made it just look that much better. But the sculpt of it turned out pretty good. We get some sculpted wrinkles there. We have the clip piece holding it down, and then the black and red turned out good. And even on the side, they put a few sculpted lines, so it looks like it's paper wrapped up in there. So they did a very good job for the most part with the ninja scroll. Then we do get a set of crossed arms, which I'm really happy that they included this with Naruto, because of course when you first see him, when he comes back from training in the Sage Arts, he's just standing there with his arms crossed. So very happy they did include it. The paint for the skin tone is a little darker compared to the paint on his face and hands, but other than that, everything looks pretty good on it. Nice clean paint, beautiful sculpted wrinkles all throughout it, and just like with Gaara and Jiraiya and Madara, they do split apart, so they're very simple to put on. You put the right one on the top and then the left one on the bottom. Then once you have them on, you just snap them together like so, and it's as simple as that. So we do get the crossed arms there, and then we also get these sets of extra alternate arms. So we do have the arms where he's wearing the coat with the red there, as you can see. Then we do have the regular arms where he's not wearing the coat, and then they did give us the caps there for the regular arms, and then the caps for the coat arms. Now I'm going to show you quickly how to put it all together. Alright, so the way you get the coat on here is very simple. All you do is just slide it over Naruto like so. Make sure you get the tie from his bandana over the coat, or it'll be stuck under there. So very simple to get the coat on, just like that. Then you want to take the caps, and they are all labeled R and L. You just have to search for it. Like you can see the L right there. So this is for the left arm, and you have to put it on like that. And then you take the left arm here, and all you do is just pop it right on, just like with Itachi's arm. So it's pretty simple to do it. I did have a few issues with the right joint. When I would take the arm off, the entire joint would come off, so I'd have to pop it back in. So when I take them off, I hold like my finger on the joint and then pull the arm off so that doesn't pop off. It might just be with my figure, or other people might have that issue as well. So very simple to pretty much get them on, actually. And then here's the right one. Just get that one on like that, and get the right arm here, and then just slide that on like so. And you really don't hear a pop, but they do go on. And then there you go, you have the arms on with the coat. And the arms, they did a very nice job with the sculpt detail all throughout them, as you can see there with the sculpted wrinkles and everything. Now for the scroll here, you take the strap and you put it over Naruto like so, and then you just line these up over the peg. And what I do is I hold it on each side so they don't fall apart, because then you got to line up all three pegs on there. And then there you go. It's pretty simple to get everything on. So there it is once you have everything on Naruto, and it looks dope. This is definitely how I'm going to have him displayed on my shelf with my other Naruto figures, because I always thought he looked so badass once he came back dressed like that, ready to fight pain. So definitely awesome added accessories with this Sage Mode Naruto. So we do get that stuff, and then we finally get 9 alternate hands. So we do get a pair of fists, of course, which come on the figure out of the packaging, and these are all the same hands that we got with the previous Sage Mode Naruto, and they're not painted at all. They're just molded in the color of the plastic, but very nice sculpt all throughout these, and all the hands are very simple to interchange. So we do get a pair of fists, and then we do get a pair of gripping hands, which are meant for the kunai, of course, and very nice sculpt all throughout these. You can see the fingernails sculpted on there and everything, so good job on the gripping hands. Then we do get a pair of jutsu hands, and they did a good job with these as well. Very nice sculpt detail all throughout these hands. The fingernails are sculpted on there. They sculpted some lines on the fingers and everything, so good job on those hands. Then we do get some open hands here, and they did a great job with these as well. Very nice sculpt detail all throughout them. And then finally we get a right open hand with a peg on it, which is meant for the Rasengan, and very nice sculpt detail all throughout this as well. And all you do is just peg in the Rasengan, but you do have to line it up properly. There you go, that's how you line it up. But anyway, that is all the awesome accessories included with this new Naruto. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review, shall we? Now for the height of the future 7th Hokage. To the very top of his hair, it looks like he's just shy of 5.5 inches tall. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts first release Sasuke, the first release Sage Mode Naruto, his son Boruto, and Rock Lee. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Itachi Uchiha, his father Minato, and both his teachers, Pervy Sage and Kakashi. And then here he is compared to the Mafex Justice League Superman, the SH Figuarts Madara Uchiha and Gaara, the Storm Collectible Sub-Zero, the Figma Deadpool, and the Marvel Legends Cable. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku and the Mezco 112 Deadpool. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. So now for the articulation, and we get the same exact movement we got with the last Naruto, which really isn't the best, but we do get some decent articulation. So like I said, the tie on the back of his bandana here is on a swivel, so you can swivel that around. Then we do have 2 joints at the neck. The upper neck, you can only get Naruto to look up that much because it does get hindered by the hair. It does look down pretty good though with that joint. Then we do get just a little bit of pivot there, and then of course it does swivel. The lower neck, you get much better movement. Well, not too much better, but it does go forward and back a little bit better compared to the upper neck joint. So with both joints, you could get Naruto to only look down just a tiny bit, and then he doesn't really look up too much more using both joints. Then we do get very nice pivot at the lower neck, and then it does swivel as well. So just alright movement at both the neck joints. Then we get the really bad torso and waist articulation here. They need to really fix this somehow. We do get just a tiny bit of forward and back movement there, which really isn't good. The pivot is horrible, and then it really doesn't swivel too much because of the way the torso is sculpted. Now the waist here goes forward and back, seems like a little bit better than the torso. So with both joints, he really does not crunch forward at all, which is pretty disappointing, and really doesn't go back that much either. Very limited pivot at the waist, and really doesn't swivel too much because of the way the torso once again is sculpted. So really bad torso and waist articulation with this Naruto, but if you have the other one, you know it's to be expected. Then we do get a very nice shoulder joint here, so you can get the arm in a beautiful circular motion. Then the arms do go out to the sides a lot more than 90 degrees, so that's definitely good. They do go up and down. The bicep swivel is built into the shoulder, so that's where it will swivel. Then we do have double jointed elbows that bend in all the way. Then the joint does swivel a little bit where it connects into the bicep, and not too much where it connects into the forearm there. Then we do have a ball hinge on the wrist, so it does swivel and hinges back and forth. And then the pouch on the back is on a ball peg, I believe, because it can pivot, move up and down, and swivel. So I do like how that's articulated. Now the legs, we do get these drop down shifting leg joints, so you can get the legs down a little bit, and Naruto can kick forward pretty much 90 degrees. Goes to the back a pretty good amount actually. Then let's see if he can Jean-Claude Van Damme it, and he actually almost can. So decent leg movement with Naruto here. Then we do get a little bit of a upper thigh swivel. We do have single jointed knees that bend back a little more than 90 degrees. Then for the ankles here, they do swivel. They hinge up a really good amount. Same with hinging down. Then you can get a very nice ankle pivot there. Almost goes 90 degrees. Then we do get a toe hinge. So overall, if you have the other Naruto, you know what type of movement to expect. The torso and waist is just some of the worst torso and waist articulation you can put on a figure, and I wish they would update it. But other than that, you can get them in some pretty good Naruto-like poses. I'm about to show you some of them right about now. But But anyway, that is my review of the SH Figuarts 2.0 Repaint Sage Mode Naruto. Hope you enjoyed it. If I had to rate this figure between a 1 through 10, I'd have to give it an 8.5. If you would like to know the price and where to buy this figure, I did get mine from Agelessgeeks, so you can head over to their website at Agelessgeeks.com, or I would recommend going through their Instagram or their Facebook group. I will put more information in the description below. And if you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on that notification bell. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, just give it a thumbs up anyway, because action figures are awesome. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. So we do get a basic style, and I believe over here in Japanese that does say Sage Mode Naruto, and chibbity chibbity choo. Damn. Then on the bottom says Naruto Shippuden, morning, blah 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 blah, toy animation, and wait, what? Damn. So used to them damn DBZ figures. And then here is the bottom of the box. Didn't know what to say there. And then the back of it does show a bunch of few poses. What the heck? Say one or the other, damn it! The SH Figuarts. The ninja scroll with the strap. Then we do get a set of damn it. So we do get a pair of fists, of course. Another sounded drunk there. What the hell was that all about? You bastard. And these aren't painted, they're just molded in the color of the plastic, but very nice. You bastard. Damn it.